John and myself, Mike Marin, we will show you today IBM Case Manager, a mobile version. And well, we see that mobile is changing really how people are transacting. And we are generating a lot of data from mobile, and enterprises need to capture that data. So we see the same type of changes on the content management front, where we see that the workplace is changing, cloud, social, and mobile are really changing the dynamic on the content management platform. And although I am not going to read all the details in here, the point is that more people are using mobile devices, and companies are also investing on doing mobile applications. So it's market. So what we are going to show you is IBM Case Manager. You can define your cases in one place, and you can run it on multiple devices. So the use case that we are going to use is this Focus Insurance. Focus Insurance is a successful insurance company, but they have a customer satisfaction problem, and they want to use mobile. They want to provide their the employees that see customers with mobile. And I will play the role of a customer that had an accident, and I'm going to meet with a claim adjuster, which is John will be our claim adjuster, and he will have a fully featured mobile app that have information about my case and fully integrated with the backend. So the environment that we are going to use is we are going to use we are going to show you two different hosts. One in New York, really bad quality of service, so it's very slow, and one in Europe for the second part. We are going to show you in the device content management, capture, and case functionality. So the integration of this, and we are moving more and more functionality into the device, and that's what we're going to show you. It's a fully featured application that we are going to show you, but we are not going to go to all the details. So it has full content, case, and capture functionality. On the capture functionality, we keep moving more functionality to the device, and you will be able to compare it with Kofax, same type of things. On the case functionality, that we are not going to go into the design of the case or any of this, but is fully functional in the devices, and you can have it in tablet or in a phone. The history of the case is all kept. The case information outlive the case itself, and so all the documents are stored in a content management repository. On the case visualizer is a technology that came from IBM research, and technology that is evolving and will allow us to provide feedback and quick information to the end users. We are only at the end of the demo. We are going to show you the next generation of mobile applications based on IBM design, and we are rethinking the mobile experience. So what we see is that the mobile workers will have more interaction with a better relationship with their customers. And the idea behind mobile for mobile workers is to make them expert on the field, so that they feel that they have the functionality in the field, and that they have the way to interact with, collaborate with people in the office, to be able to start tasks, to be able to have all the information at hand. And that finished the karaoke part. So
all
now
right.
we'll switch to John.
So we'll do the demo part right now. Before I begin, I'm just going to paint a little picture. So Mike kind of dug into it a little bit, but the scenario is that he is a customer of Focus Insurance. He's recently been in a car accident, and he's called our call center to report it. So a case has been started for him. I'm the claims adjuster, and I'm currently out in the field. So I get notified of Mike's case, and I can contact him directly out from the field, and I agree to meet him at his house. So I arrive to his house, and he's already completed and printed out this auto claims form, right? And I need to get this information into his case, and I want to do it quickly. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a new page, and I'm just going to take a picture of this. Okay, and you notice that I didn't take a great picture, right? It's kind of far away, the angle was off, but you can see that the application has detected the corners of the page to make sure that I capture everything. Let's say it didn't do that, and let me see if I can mess it up a little bit. I can go ahead and fix that pretty easily. Okay, so I'm going to click Done. And
so
now,
what is important in here is that it's a little bit different than COFAX, right? In here, we take the picture and then fix it. COFAX, you try to fix it and then take the picture, right? So it's a different style.
Just saying, just saying. So let me go ahead and set the title to this. So here I have the image. There's a number of things I can do, right? So I can rotate this if I need to. I know some smartphones kind of, if you take the photo in landscape view versus profile view, sometimes that doesn't transition over to things. I don't know if any of you experience that. I have. We can also do other things like adjust the grayscale. We can make this black and white if we need to. We can enhance it. Well, I don't know if that looks better, but I'm going to I want to point out one thing right now. You see here at the bottom we have this quality indicator. So right now it's pretty poor for the system, right, to analyze. But if I click Enhance, it might not look that great, but the indicator tells us that it is, and that gives us the knowledge to know that this will get processed correctly. We can also do other things like adjust the brightness and the contrast if we need to. So quality indicator looks good. I'm going to go ahead and click Done, and I'm going to click Submit. So this has successfully been submitted, and now this form is going to be in Mike's case. And we're going to switch gears a little bit. So while I'm here, we have his vehicle, and we want to record the damage as well.
So for that,
what we're going to do,
you see the card is this messy thing in here.
Yeah, we need a card to take a picture of.
That could be.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to access the case folder that I've located, and I'm going to go ahead and add something, and I'm going to choose to take a photo. So this, let's say that's the car, right? Everyone can see what I'm taking a picture of. It looks like a mess. He was probably eating and wasn't paying attention, and that's why he got in the accident. So I'm going to just go ahead and name this. Okay, vehicle damage, click Done, click Save. Okay, so this photo is going to be added to his case now once it's done processing. And we're going to switch gears one more time. So like Mike said, we kind of wanted to show you a couple different devices. So we showed you some stuff on the smartphone. You can see this image has been added here, and we'll see that in a moment. But now we're going to look at some of the case details from the iPad view. So here we have a list of all the open cases, and this is what I have out in the field that I can look at. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and open up Mike's case. But just real quick, you can see kind of a preview of information on the right-hand side over there. What that does is it allows you to kind of quickly reference some information. Let's say you need a policy number or maybe customer contact info, and you don't necessarily want to open the case, right? That takes time. That quick preview of information allows you to get that info very quickly, right? And that improves your business process. So from here, we can see some of the claim details for his case. We can look at this claim form that has been adjusted. And we can also look at this folder that I've added. It might take a while in the background to populate over here. But so while we're waiting, what we can also do from this view is we can look at some vehicle information, claim information, and some other actions that we could take. So we can look at policy info here. Mike's policy covers rental car arrangement, so I can go ahead and make that change there. We can look at tasks for this case. So these are tasks that have been initiated and started for this particular case, so that gets rid of any ambiguity, right? If you have several people working on one case, there's no question of what has and has not been done. So we can view that information here. Among them is arranging a rental car. We can also view the history of the case too if we need to analyze that. So that concludes what we're going to show you in this part. There's one more thing we want to show you before we move on again. Yeah, we'll take a look at it. But now we're going to switch gears to the supervisor role. So if I am a claim supervisor and I want to look at the whole business process, what I can do is I can look at this particular case, and I can also see related cases. So on the back end, we have related cases that get populated down here. And if I open one of these up, excuse the VPN connection, I can see some of that same information that we had before. The additional thing that you'll notice is this visualizer at the bottom here. So I get a visual representation of the tasks that were initiated, when they were initiated, and how long they took to complete from this. And this gives me a good view of the entire claims processing process, and I can even kind of channel in on specific areas in time to get more of a fine granular view. And this gives me that overall business process view, and this would allow me to continue to improve and find areas of improvement for that process.
So the history is just the starting point. That history is evolving into helping the knowledge worker to know what is the best next action. And that's going to be incorporated in a different way. Not as a history, but as part of the working on the case, we will be able to better advise the knowledge worker that is working the case, what's happened with other cases in similar situations. Are they finishing normal, or are they going in a bad state, or so forth?
So real quick, thanks, Mike. So here's the picture. I just went into the wrong case. So we can see vehicle damage that I just named, and we can see everyone's lunch that we just had a little moment ago. All right, and then just back here, this was the claim form that we took. The one I opened before was a previous one, and we had the form and added a picture at the same time. This one's just the form. Okay, and then Mike is going to show the next part. Let me go ahead, set this back up.
So what I'm going to show you is our next generation of mobile. So we have had a couple of generations of mobile so far, and this is the next generation based on IBM Design, rethinking the experience. So in here what I have is few applications, and let me go back into client onboarding, and I can see my work, I can see my task, and I can go in the task and see and take actions in here. I can see the tasks that are per role here, the different roles. I can see the advisor, for example, what task the advisor have. I can also see in this particular application a map of the nearby cases. So if I am in the field and I have to visit multiple customers, I can see. Unfortunately, I don't have any case close by. So then I have documents and all. So this is kind of our next generation of mobile applications. And so what you saw was our previous generation. This is what we are doing now. And with that, I think that we finished. So.